Hey, Eric.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Not much. I'm playing Chrono Trigger.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think I'm having fun.
Time travel RPG from headlined by three Japanese RPG greats.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about this game.
yeah, um, yeah. We're heading towards the fated hour.
Cool.
Hey, old man. Hey, 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 hey. Um, all right. So I think this was the party we decided we were going to go forward with, or maybe, yeah, this is the party we decided we were going to go forward with, and I think we decided that we are going to. There's a side quest that we wanted to do, or multiple.
There are multiple side quests at this point. This is
All right.
the
Well, point me to a side quest, Eric. Where should I go?
well, if you talk to the old man there, he'll give you some hints if you want to try and figure some of them out yourself.
All right. Well, there was one that was like a haunted house in 1000 AD, I think, or something.
Yes. Um, that one actually requires a bit of traipsing back and forth.
Or there's the Black Omen. It's up to you to decide. Fight lava, blah blah blah. I've had vague glimpses of events, people, and places that will empower you. In the Middle Ages, a woman's sheer determination brings a forest back to life. Fugitive in the Middle Ages, Ozzy maintains an evil hideout. It has to be done in the future where machinery originated. There's a very special stone that can shine its light on each generation from the distant past to the far future. There's a ghost of a lofty knight slain by Rakim in the Middle Ages who haunts the present. There's an object in the Middle Ages that sparkles like a rainbow. One of you is close to someone who needs help. Find this person fast.
Dun dun dun.
So is that a thing that's actually a
No,
time-sensitive thing?
no. It's actually tied to one of the other side quests. You can't do it until you complete that one. So, um,
Well, it sounds like there are a couple of things happening in the Middle Ages, so let's go there. See what's crack-a-lackin' in the Middle Ages. Hi
back
ho,
in the
six
olden
foe.
days.
Yep. All right. So Ozzy's got a hideout, and there's a woman trying to bring a forest back to life. Something. Is either of these a thing that is easier, harder, better idea to do first?
Um, I think most of them should be doable at this point. If you go back south, you kind of just flew over one of them. Um,
Which one? Here, or
no,
further
go
south?
farther south. There's something that looks very suspicious on the world map.
Is it this big? Is it this big void?
Yeah. You can check at that house there. I think she'll give you some hot info.
This house right here, Fiona's villa.
Yeah.
Her husband Marco is finally home. She's so relieved. He's home for good, he says.
That's cool. Nice of him to finally show up.
The monsters in the desert cave hate water. Well, fortunately, I've got a frog who knows some water magic, so...
I also hate water.
Yeah?
It's so gross.
How do you stand being around yourself? You're like 97% water, or whatever.
Oh well, I'm pretty gross too.
I guess we're going to the sunken desert. See what's up. We sank into the desert.
Some breezy feedback or something through your microphone.
Some breezy feedback, huh?
Yeah.
There's a fan above.
There's either some rustling or something going on.
There's a fan under my computer that keeps it cool.
Uh-huh.
And...
Sounds like something rubbing on your microphone.
Oh, yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry, repositioning. My shirt was loose and sort of hanging over it.
You might want to pause the game.
Hmm? Yeah.
Because you're getting all. You're just fucking you up with this giant foot stinger.
He definitely is.
Still doing it.
That's super weird. I don't know. Better, worse, different?
I don't know. Do try turning it off and turning it back on again. I feel like it's done this before. Ah!
Better, worse, different? Better, worse, different?
Sounds like it was doing it even when you had it turned off.
Huh. That's super weird. I don't know. I mean, again, I have a ceiling fan that's on, but that's like always on whenever
yeah, but
we
if
do
the
anything.
mic was turned off, then it wouldn't have been picking that up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of maybe it's. Feedback. I'm not hearing anything on this side.
Okay. Well, maybe it's okay then.
So let's hope so. If it's not, listeners, I apologize. Oop.
I tried, but he wouldn't listen to you guys.
Falcon hit these. Wow, that works nicely.
Those guys must have some kind of special gills or something.
Yeah, something.
Could be breathing sand.
Sand, yeah, sand breathing.
It's clearly viscous enough for you to stand on.
Right. I can't open this chest. What's up with that?
You have to. You kind of just have to get in the right position. Teapod. Come up.
She refuses to do the tailspin for some reason. The throw isn't quite a suplex, but, you know, will do, I guess.
Until it works in a pinch.
Got a full ether. Oh shit. Snoop, you're in rough shape, dog.
Maybe use some of that water magic on yourself.
Yeah, no shit.
Keep the frog lubricated.
It's important. So, Gamescom is this week.
Yeah?
And,
some stuff was going on.
Yeah. They announced Crackdown 3.
That sounds alright.
That seems like you would be into, so I feel like you really like the first one.
Nope, I don't think I ever played the first one. That was before I got my Xbox. I didn't have an Xbox until Xbox 360 until 2008, I want to say. It was after the orange box came out, so I think 2008.
Huh.
So I think Kurt was way into it.
Yeah, I recall Kurt being really into it. I recall people being into it. I thought you were among them, but apparently not. This is fucking pointless. Like, I bring him back to life and he immediately gets killed. You know, she's gonna get killed. So. Oh, well, that was fun.
Stop dying, everybody. Jeez.
I guess I need to keep better track of my health. I didn't realize Frog was so low, and by the time I did, then it was like he was dead. So let's not do that again.
That's the problem with frogs. They're always dying.
Fucking frog.
Actually, did you know, Joe, that if you have a lot of tree frogs in your yard, chances are you have a very healthy ecosystem.
And a lot of things that I can dine on.
Well, only if you're a solid snake. And that's only sometimes. Only sometimes you dine on a tree frog.
It's true. Okay, fortunately we weren't too far into that dungeon before I got fucking murdered.
Have you checked your armor? Did you change all that stuff after
No, I don't think so.
Because you might not. I can't remember if we updated after. Because remember last time we checked, it was we were putting all fire stuff on for some reason or another.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if we ever updated it or not because it's been a while since we played this.
He's sporting a ruby vest. So yeah, it looks like he could.
Yeah, see, your physical defense is super low, and those guys don't do fire damage, so might as well put some of that good shit on.
That's better. Alright, let's get sank in this desert. Got a lapis.
Ooh, that sounds pretty.
It does. Oh no, not the sand cyclone.
The sand clone.
Sand clone. Yeah, I don't know. Crackdown 3 looks like a thing that I would theoretically be interested in if I had an Xbox One, which I don't and don't plan to have for probably a while yet. Because there's just not enough exclusive shit there for me to want one.
Yeah, that looks fine, but it does not look as interesting as the new Just Cause game.
Yeah, also that.
That Just Cause 3 looks totally crazy. It looks like the logical expansion of the total insanity that was Just Cause 2. And I never really played a ton of Just Cause 2. Because I kind of need at least some story hooks that I care about to get really invested in a game, but I played at least like 5 or 6 hours of it just dicking around with the parachutes and stuff.
Right.
And to sort of take that farther, there was a mod for the PC version that gave you infinite parachutes or infinite grappling points and stuff like that, and you could just do crazy, ridiculous things. I don't think so. I think that I had to download a mod for that.
I feel like I didn't
Maybe
play
you could
I mean, I
let
also
you
only played a few
grapple
hours.
things to other things in a way that wasn't. There was some mods that I downloaded for the grappling hook that changed the way that it worked. I think it's the grappling hook that didn't have infinite range and infinite uses. Because you could always do parachutes. Because that was
right.
I think that was one of the jokes, right? Was people try to figure out where the fuck you were putting all those parachutes.
Right.
It's just somewhere there in the world. There's a giant landfill just filled with fucking parachutes.
Yeah.
All of Brazil is just
it's a parachute farm.
It's a parachute landfill. One side of the country is a parachute landfill, and the other side of the country is a recycling plant.
Grappling hook repository.
Yeah. They repack and ship out the fresh, remanufactured parachutes. Either that or the parachute was some sort of sentient being that...
it's like the Venom suit.
It's a cyber shoot, yeah.
Yeah, the thing about Just Cause 2 is, I mean, I'm in the same boat as you. I did not play a ton of it, But it's still something I really enjoyed because it's the only game I can think of that allowed me to, when a helicopter attacked me, I could grapple up to the helicopter and shoot the pilot in the face and then parachute to safety while the helicopter crashed.
Yeah.
And then I think I don't know if maybe the mod you got let you do it sooner or something, but there is definitely a thing where you could, or maybe this is just something that they advertise as being in the new one. Now you can like tether two helicopters together.
Yeah, I think that was a mod in the second one, where you could tether a helicopter to a boat or something and just see what the fuck happened. It would also give it infinite tensile strength, I think, so that the cables couldn't be broken.
Which is, of course.
I never did. I was always going to check out the multiplayer mod for that, but I never did. I think when my interest was peaked, it didn't work very well, and then I never went back to it. That game still looked really good too, actually.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
I don't know. I guess I just like that style of game just doesn't hold off for me anymore. But I'll probably get Just Cause 3 when it gets cheap. Anyway, yeah. So that game kind of nullifies any interest that I would have in
Crackdown.
Crackdown. Yeah. I really wish. For whatever reason, I'm very interested in Quantum Break. Just because I like
because of so many player cast members being involved.
Well, yeah, I mean Carcetti's there, and there's some other people too, right?
Yeah, I think the captain, or he who eventually becomes the chief, and I can't remember his name. He dates the district attorney after McNulty.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Sorry, he dates the district attorney after the district attorney dates
McNulty. It's probably been 8 or 9 years since I watched it. You just watched it. Anyway, regardless, yeah, the cast looks really good, but just anything. I like Remedy games. I feel like Max Payne 1 was kind of a revelation to me when I first played it. The slow motion and the tone of it. I just liked everything about that game. The second one was pretty good too. You know.
I think the second one is definitely weaker.
Yeah. I think part of it is just the second one doesn't make you do so many excruciating labyrinth dream sequences though. So.
It's true.
Regardless, it had like, and even I liked Alan Wake a lot. I feel like I liked Alan Wake more than the majority of people did.
Alan Wake used to be a game that people would talk about and I would want to play, and then it was a game I bought that I've owned now for like 3 years and still haven't played.
You never even like popped it?
Nope.
Tried it?
I bought it for like $6.
You probably own the PC version at this point, right? Or you own the Xbox?
I have the Xbox version. I don't know. I might also have the PC version for all I know, but
I do own the PC version. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Regardless, I thought Alan Wake was quite good. It was it reminded me of like in tone of like one of the better Stephen King movies. It was self-aware and kind of funny, and the combat kind of got old a little, like about halfway through the game, but
that's the way it goes with a lot of horror games, though.
That was one of the games I think I spent the most time complaining about the user interface. Just it was a little too in your face for a horror game. And the constant there was like collectathon hooks and stuff in there that I hated too. I don't want to collect. I forget. I don't remember what it was that you were supposed to collect. There was like the pages, but that was written into the story in a way that made sense. But there was something else too. There was some other collectible scattered around the environment.
There weren't Duracell batteries some kind of hook in that game?
You had to have batteries were. That's a disposable item that you had to have. But anyway, regardless of all that, there's a tone in it.
I got Luminaris, and I'm gonna take this for a test drive.
This ultimate damage to all enemies. That sounds pretty good. Actually, against these guys, you might still be better off. Against these guys with weak water, but Luminaris is very good.
That's right.
Not quite as much, but still pretty good.
Well, the water it lowers their defense, but it doesn't do.
It wasn't water doing like 900 damage.
No, it's only been doing a couple hundred, but it like weakens their defense so that if regular like physical attacks do a shitload of damage.
I will say that.
Yeah, it's like less than 400, but it was all it needed for him. If I'm going totally the wrong way, you should let me know, by the way.
It's I don't think that there's much to explore.
Okay. So what be this?
But there's a thing once you no. Okay. So I would say get the treasures that you want before you bump into that thing, if you can help it. And at least try and make sure that you're did you kill all the monsters already?
In the room above, I did.
Oh, okay.
But then it looked like there was another room above that.
Yeah, I think you have to run into that thing too.
I got a muscle ring.
Yeah.
Is that a ring where that's a ring where muscle men fight, right?
Yeah. Makes you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger circa 1989. Yeah.
Muscle ring. Vigor +6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boost your defense, but
So should I be going back like north? Or
I was just gonna say if you want to get all these treasures and then maybe pop it back to the top and then save. Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world.
maybe,
And I'm trying to remember if you have to fight your way back down first, though. Just because it'll save you having to collect all the treasures, if you die to this guy.
Yeah. Stop. So I can prevent stop and slow, or I can prevent lock
Yeah.
on someone.
Good. I don't think you need that against this dude, though. Hot tips.
Alright, well I'll chill on that for the moment then.
This is kind of this is another one of those bosses that's not super difficult, but has some tricky bits.
Oh, that's the way out. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, so we'll use a shelter just to be sure.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then you won't have to fight those dudes. I think you can just book it right through the entrance and go fight them.
And we will save.
Yeah. I don't know. Was there anything else? Did anybody else do anything at Gamescom, or was it just that big Microsoft?
There was some other stuff. EA, I think, did a thing. The only news that I remember seeing that I was like, that looks like something I'm into was Crackdown. I don't remember anybody. Oh, there's a new Metal Gear 5 trailer.
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm already totally in on that, so I don't really need to, like, watch the trailer.
I still haven't made up my mind if I care about that or not. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I want to. I never played Metal Gear Solid 4.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is kind of non-essential, honestly. I mean, I think I liked it more than a lot. Oh, hey, I killed this guy once before. So
Yeah, it's exactly the same guy. This time he's wearing a championship belt though.
That's right.
Yeah, there was that. There was a Mirror's Edge trailer that looked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm all about the Mirror's Edge. I loved the first one. I feel like it was an imperfect game that was received into an imperfect world. People did not appreciate how
I did.
Like how
Oh
good
wow,
that game was.
That ultimate damage just healed this thing. So I'm not super stoked on that.
But it was also a game that sort of required at least 2 playthroughs to really appreciate how deep and how like the steps you took playing through that game once like would make subsequent playthroughs much easier and also much more like you actually had to get good at parkour in that world before the game you could appreciate the game, and to do that you had to play it at least 6 to 8 hours, which meant that by the time your skill set was on the level to make the game fun, the game was over. And I think in a lot of cases that hurt people's appreciation for it. And I mean, the gun combat was terrible, but you never really had to do that. So,
yeah. Well, see, I feel like there were a couple spots where maybe you didn't have to, but like,
yeah, it was just easier too. Well, actually, there's no places in that game where it's easier to fight, but if you don't know where to go and you're not good at like picking out a critical path and taking the most efficient way through a room, then it's really difficult to get through without taking so much damage that you die in some places.
right. I also really liked it though. I mean,
Yeah,
correct.
there was something special about that game, and I'm really excited that there's a sequel. I hope that it doesn't even have to be that different from the first one. Honestly, I would just be excited to have more bigger environments in which to roam around and use that first-person hardcore gameplay stuff. I was just looking through like the trailers and stuff. There was a new Dark Souls 3 trailer. That game looks a lot like Dark Souls. Man, I'm excited. I don't have PlayStation 4, so I couldn't play
Bloodborne.
So I'm ready for another Dark Souls at this point. Although after that one, I might be done with them. But four Souls games and it's been 6 years, 7 years. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I tried Bloodborne. I wanted to get into it, and it just didn't do it for me.
How far did you get? Did you beat any of the bosses even?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. So you never even learned how to play that game. I don't know. I haven't actually played it, but it's much faster than the other Souls games. Did you just not like the aesthetic?
No, I actually like the aesthetic a lot.
No.
That was the thing that I did like.
Yeah.
But
There is a very steep hump that you have to get over with any of those games, and you have to be willing to put in a certain amount of time hating it before it will pay off.
okay, so we're back to this thing now where I'm gonna revive one of these people, and
Yeah. Did you
they're immediately
pick
gonna
up
get killed
some of what he's doing, what he's laying down as far as his patterns go?
yeah.
Because there are a certain number of tricks to beating this guy, and defeating different parts in different orders will make it a lot easier.
Yeah, I definitely got that sense.
Actually, I want to say that I actually think he gets more difficult when it kills the section.
Well, you should have told me that before.
But I don't want to give everything away. I want you to try and figure some of this stuff out on your own. But I also, my memory is a bit fuzzy in some cases, and I don't remember exactly how it all works. You're gonna buy an Oculus Rift and awkwardly flap your arms
Yes, absolutely.
on a beach, I guess. Man, that was pretty sad.
My first response to that was that my initial response was, that's a cover of Time magazine from like 1992, right?
Yeah, it's promo material for the first Lawnmower Man.
See, that makes more sense. What is the point? I'm just gonna kill this fucking dude with frog. This is so pointless.
What is his frog got something on that's absorbing his shadow magic or something, or
Yeah, I think so.
or you just
I
keep
think his
killing the
helmet.
frog?
No, I think he's got a helmet that absorbs dark or shadow or whatever.
I don't think the water does anything. Yeah, it just lowers his defense.
Yeah, but he heightens it every time he gets attacked. So
Oh, you know what I really want to play? I really want to play Galaxy. I'm very
Yeah.
excited for the PC version of that to come out.
all right, well that was fun.
Crazy asteroid spelunky sounds like a thing that.
With giant fighting robots.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't care about that so much, but
Who doesn't love a good giant fighting robot?
I don't care about robots too much. I was more into the Thundercats. I like people that morph into animals, I guess, more than giant fighting robots.
Are you furry and you never told me, or?
I don't think so.
Alright, so I'm not killing the middle section this time.
Although I have to assume Thundercat. I don't know. Is Thundercats a furry thing? Doesn't seem like they go far enough. They're not like anthropomized.
They totally are. That's exactly what they are. They're anthropomorphic cats. That is what they are.
Yeah, but not to the same extent that they're humans with animal features, which is different than, say, the Rescue Rangers, which are animals with human features.
I suppose.
They're going in the opposite direction. I don't know, whatever. Chitara was super hot, man.
Not saying you're wrong.
Starf was really cute.
And kind of
Yeah.
offensive.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I guess all those cartoons back in the day were anthropomorphized as animals in some way or another.
Silverhawks. They were mostly just people with like wings, I guess, but robot wings. Get your sand breath out of here, motherfucker.
I watched too much Dukes of Hazzard to be my top 5 favorite TV
Is there like
shows.
an anti-furry tilt in Dukes of Hazzard that I'm not aware of, or?
Just I don't know. It just seems like the strongest anti-furry show imaginable. Two rowy bros hanging out, driving around in cars, and doing sick jumps.
They do so many sick jumps though.
Yeah. Yeah. So, 7-year-old Eric's top 5 TV shows: Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dukes of Hazzard, The A-Team, and
Airwolf?
no, I was gonna actually like the show that I always tried to stay up really late and catch a glimpse of was Night Court when I was a kid. But it's probably professional wrestling. It's probably WWE.
Oh yeah, well.
If that counts. Which I guess it just means I always had a wide and diverse taste. I also don't want to watch any of that stuff in 2015. I'm sure it's all terrible. Except for maybe the A-Team. A certain amount of Mr. T will carry anything for at least 45 minutes.
Right, so now that it's just feet, maybe this is gonna go better.
Yeah, I think you should have it now. Yeah, killing the head first is the best, because I think the head is the thing that does that absorb move, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That was the thing that was fucking me up. See, you figured it out. There's Pac-Man Endless Runner coming out.
That sounds like not fun.
It's the guys that made Crossy Road are making a Pac-Man game in a similar vein.
That is a thing that I like. The title rings a bell, but I don't know why.
Crossy Road was like shitty Frogger Endless Runner. I didn't like it. A lot of people were.
So instead
I
of
didn't
like
like it.
hopping into the little coves, you just keep crossing the road over
Yeah,
like
pretty
infinitely wide freeway or whatever.
Yeah, but so the problem with Crossy Road was that it was polygonal graphics from kind of an isometric overhead sort of.
You just said things
view.
that make me like twitch out.
Right. Well, that's the problem. So, so in Crossy Road, unlike Frogger, which took place on a flat plane, Crossy Road made it kind of difficult to see what your next move should be. So I didn't think it was all that great, but those Pac-Man games seem to take place from a similar perspective. But
so is it just like Pac-Man: The Endless Runner, or like I don't?
Yeah, it's just like, well, it is a maze that you navigate through, filled with ghosts. Only it takes place from an isometric perspective. And
so it's Pac-Man.
It just generates maze forever. I don't know. This looks like a lot better than Crossy Road.
This is like an actual Namco
product
that
yes.
like the people who made Crossy Road are making it, and Namco is like
behind it.
Okay.
It's not a fake Pac-Man.
It's a mobile. What the fuck just happened? The feet ate one of my party members. So it's, I mean, is this what, a mobile thing? That sounds like when I hear runner, I just immediately like.
Well, that's only endless runner. I mean, it's not an endless runner. I mean, it's Pac-Man. He ain't running nowhere. He ain't got no fucking legs, right? And don't give me any shit about the Pac-Man adventure of Pac-Man. That stuff doesn't count. But yeah.
First of all, it's called Pac-Land, you motherfucker. And second,
isn't there a Pac-Man adventure? Pac-Man adventure.
There is
Adventures in Pac-Land. That's a title, right?
Is that the show? Is that what the show was subtitled? Maybe. Not sure.
There's a game called Pac-Land.
There's a game called Pac-Land where he has feet. It's based on the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, basically. He's got a hat and feet.
That ain't Pac-Man. Pac-Man is not a man. He is a circle.
He's a fish.
Piece of pie missing. He's a fish. He's not a fish. He doesn't have gills.
Well, if not a fish is a man, then not a man must be a fish.
He's an amoeba, right?
He's an amoeba?
Yeah.
Sure, he could be.
He navigates what are those little? He has like flagella or something.
There's a species of frog named for him.
Pac frog? Yes, I did know that. It looks
like it's actually called the Pac-Man frog. Who's gonna use this? Who's gonna use this power tab? I guess Chrono maybe as well. I don't know.
Anybody? It's probably good on everybody.
Can you max it out? I forgot. Can you max out your power rating? Because if you can, then it seems like then it would be wasteful to give it to. Snoop looks like he needs it the most.
I think so, but I think it's 99 for power, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like speed where it has some weird arbitrary highest total. To get the double stars in power, you have to go to 100, I think. I know that you can max out the stats, but I've never actually done it
because you don't need to.
You would have to play a ridiculous amount of this game to get to level 100 or whatever level it takes to get to the max stats.
It will take centuries to revive the forest. Oh. Well, I got a time machine parked out front. I mean...
You're not supposed to tell anybody about the time machine.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Okay. Alright.
If you did, they'd all be trying to boost your ride, man.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so that's a side quest. Do we want to take a break here and come back next week?
We're done with the side quest.
But okay, well, what else do I have to do, man?
Do you know anybody that could try to help restore the forest for centuries without perishing?
Where's Melchior? In his hut? I don't remember where his hut is, though.
Do you have a party member, maybe, that could survive for centuries without dying?
I have a robot. Jeff. I got this robot. So okay, I got this robot. Hey, I got this
Seems
robot.
like he might be a good candidate.
You can come for me when the job is done. May I stay behind and help Fiona? Yes, robot. Robot. Meth just turned into a giant tractor, like fucking.
Like, yeah, why isn't that a skill?
Like Groundskeeper Willie in that Treehouse of Horror episode.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, so now do we just hang out? And
yeah, you can stand there for 1,000 years, or you could use your time machine, maybe.
Yeah, but if she... Okay. Alright. Oops. God damn it. What are buttons?
I don't know. They hold your clothes on sometimes. If you don't have a zipper.
Hey, there's a forest here now.
Pac-Man 256 is the name of that game, by the way. Let's see a release date here,
Thanks to Fiona and the Method Man for replanting the forest 400 years ago.
but you may want to save before you do the next event.
Here's a hat made from a magical bough filled with magical forest powers.
No, mystical forest powers.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The Vigil hat? Protect status. That sounds pretty great. That sounds like a thing that would be good to have.
I'm pretty sure that there is a... So there's that one that's supposed to prevent lock, and I don't think it works. I think there's a bug that prevents items that prevent that particular status from working. But
That's crazy.
Vigil hat's still pretty good.
I'm gonna put the Vigil hat on my boy. What are buttons? Oh, God damn it! I will figure it out eventually.
Do you want me to mail you a guide? I mean, I know that there's 6 whole buttons on the Super Nintendo controller. Well, I mean, I guess that there's really technically 9, or possibly 12 if you count each individual D-pad input as a separate button. Regardless, I mean, I didn't think you weren't hitting select and start to navigate menus, were you?
No. I just don't remember which one is X and which one is Y, apparently. Actually, before we do this, let's use a shelter.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter.
Alright.
You may want another shot at the thing that's going to happen next.
Uh-huh. What up, Meth?
All rusty. He doesn't look like a tractor anymore.
Well, you see, he's the Method Man from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Uh-huh.
He was hectic, but now he's rusted. Hopefully you can get him back to come for your headpiece protected.
With some tiger style plowing.
Let's celebrate our 400th year reunion.
It was only about...
Let's have a campfire. I come back to think that Lavos may not be responsible for the gates.
Yeah, I had a poster of the scene on my wall for probably a decade.
Like, like a painting or like of the pixel art?
It was a poster that came with the game, I think. It was like an Akira Toriyama picture.
Nice. Someone or something has wanted us to see. Something is leaping me. I don't know what it is.
There's a great piece of art that was, I think there was 2 posters and they may have been double-sided. There's a great piece of art that that shows Marley using fire to boost Chrono's sword.
Mm-hmm.
Just hilarious because Marley doesn't use fire
fire.
magic; she uses ice magic. Joe,
Mm-hmm.
you get it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
How messed up is that? Jeez. Am I right?
It's totally messed up.
That's why I had the forest one on my wall.
So who is this entity?
I don't know.
When do we meet the evil leapers? That's the real question.
That was Scott Bakula all along.
That's right. Now we go to sleep, and these little elves come with magic vials, and we have to kick the shit out of them to get our magic vials back.
Sending you Bakula in time. Man, that fucking fucked up scary music.
Whoa. I just, I feel like wandering off on your own and time traveling by yourself is not maybe the best idea. Did I make it back to that moment? Dad promised to go hiking with me, but he blew me off again due to his work. I hate science. I loathe it. That sounds like a teenage girl's diary.
She hates everything. She
Password
really
is
wishes Chrono would
the
ask her
name
to.
of my lovely wife. Use it in an emergency. So dusty. Whoa. That's, Oh, I get it. What? Okay, when I hit A, it backs me out of the prompt, so I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to enter the password, because...
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been able to successfully pull that off.
Well then. Wow.
You have to appreciate Robo's spunk.
It's true.
How can humans be friends with robots, Joe?
I don't know, man. I got a green dream. Man. That sounds like... Okay, so wait a second.
He spent 400 years growing the dankest herb.
Yeah. So, how do I reload? Do I have to reset? I have to exit, probably?
You probably have to, yeah, exit. I don't know if you want to try it again. Like I said, I don't. It's can be kind of weirdly tricky. I feel like I remember trying it a dozen times and never quite pulling it off.
Well, we're gonna give it another shot.
All right.
And we're gonna try to skip through as much of this dialogue as possible.
The effort was worth it. It is a beautiful forest. You could bring Fiona into the future and show it to her, and then kill her. So that way she doesn't know about the.
Excuse me.
That was super loud and disgusting.
I apologize. I don't know that bringing her into the future just to like murder her is the best
Well,
solution.
she can't know about the time machine, so
Can't we just knock her out and have her convince her that it was all a dream, like in Back to the Future too? Yeah, so another thing that apparently came out of Gamescom while we're reading all this shit that we already read was that they added Rash from Battletoads to Killer Instinct.
oh
The
yeah, I
two
saw that.
amazingly overrated properties now in one amazingly overrated package. So
I don't know. Is Killer
uh,
Instinct overrated? I feel like Killer Instinct is properly rated.
there are a lot of people who like Killer Instinct
I like Killer Instinct.
considerably more than I do.
It's totally fine. It is a totally fine fighting game that was very silly and fun. I don't.
I think you overrate Killer
I
Instinct.
don't think that. I mean, I don't think people consider it to be on the same level as actually actual great fighting games like Street Fighter 2 Turbo or whatever iteration of Street Fighter 2 you like the best. Which, by the way, should be Turbo, but some of the other ones are okay too. Um, but yeah, I don't. It's not on that level, but as a second tier fighting game, I think it was quite fun.
What? Why? What even is
I
this?
think you have to hit A once and then enter the password, maybe.
I did that.
Oh, did you? Well, maybe don't do that then. No, I mean you hit A to bring up the prompt, and then you hit it again, and then you enter the password. I don't remember we were having problems entering the password for that winch thing.
Yeah. Are we sure this can is another? Is this a bug? Maybe like it can't actually be done.
I'm pretty sure it can be done. I've seen it done. I'm trying to remember if I actually pulled it off or not, but I can't. I
You
can't
should
remember.
look up. I'm gonna try one more time, but you should, since you're in front of a computer, you should look up if there's like some fucking weird trick to it that we're missing. Like you have to
Uh,
hit. Like maybe you're right. Maybe you have to hit A, and then hit A to make the prompt go away, and then do it. But I feel like then when you hit A that time, it's gonna bring the prompt up again.
again, saving Luca's mom. How do I save Luca's mom?
I mean, she doesn't die. You don't have to. You're not. I mean, loses her legs. You're saving her legs. Saving Luca's mom's legs.
We can just give her Robo's sweet legs and then give him some awesome treads. I think that really seems like the way to go.
That seems like a pretty optimal plan. Anything? Any
Yeah, I'm saying you have to be in the right spot.
well, if the prompt comes up, aren't I in the right spot?
I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to find out if there's a. Yeah, you have to make sure the dialog box has to be gone before you start the code.
Okay.
So if you're standing in the right spot, it will make a ding noise when you hit L.
Okay. Perhaps I will turn up the volume a little bit then.
Yeah, it'll be obvious because it's the same ding noise that it makes when you are trying to turn on the crane in the future, Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
Gotcha.
Um,
This is a very like Wayne's World.
yeah. you
There
go.
you go.
Yay.
You saved her. I hate science. I feel like I've learned something. Okay, well, let's say, wouldn't the real irony be if future Luca saves her mom, then
Yeah.
past Luca never takes an interest in science because her mom didn't lose her legs, and future Luca immediately becomes stupid?
Yeah, Chrono Trigger doesn't go quite that deep on things.
It's a piece of amber I created from the dankest, stickiest of the icky. It took 400 years to make. Smoked this green dream. All right. So we regrew the forest. Hooray! Is that the end of that side quest now?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, in that case, it's been about an hour, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say let's end this episode. There's not going to be another episode next week because I'm going on vacation the day after this episode goes up, and I won't be back until after next Sunday. But we're still doing this, and we're trying to get back on a regular schedule, but just
Yeah,
not
we're
now.
almost done. We're only 2 or 3 episodes from being done, so.
Yeah. There was a speedrun of this at Summer Games Done Quick.
Was
And I
it
don't know how you speedrun this game because I'm 15 hours in.
was it some kind of tool assisted thing, or
No, they don't do tool assistance for Summer Games Done Quick. It's all
was it New Game
on
Plus?
the.
You just
It
go to the
might have been.
bucket and beat Lavos.
No, I think because it was they were blocked out like 3 hours for it.
Oh,
So, and you can watch it on their Twitch channel, I'm sure. So,
okay.
but
Well, I mean,
it sounded really interesting to me, but since I'm in the middle of playing it and haven't finished it yet, I didn't want to watch it because, you know,
here's a 100% speed run. Awesome Games Done Quick 2014, 5 hours and 36 minutes.
that's 100% though. That's really fast for 100%ing this game because that means
Yeah.
they got everything and they did everything. And I
Yeah. Well,
guess
you
that
just,
means
I
like
mean, I assume that it means that you just have to dodge all the battles, any unessential battles, and then, um, like fly through the dialogue really fast and not talk to anybody.
yeah.
I mean, you have to, even though this is a relatively short JRPG, I mean, at least half of the time that you've spent playing this game has been spent exploring and talking to people and doing stuff like that. So,
That's true. That's true. So I don't know, but yeah, check out onthestick.com for all the other stuff that we do, and we'll talk to you next time, which will probably be in 2 weeks, hopefully.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
What is that
Get
from?
ready for Total Recall.
Oh
Get
yeah,
ready
that's
for a surprise.
right. That's right.
Yeah. All right, bye everybody.
Bye, Joe.